It's only week 3. The reality is that none of his behavior, which can best be described as performative, will change what's happening in the courtroom. We are here to enforce the law, and nothing will change that. No attacks, no words. I will not give in. I will not give up. I will only serve justice and enforce the law. Thank you.
You know who that is. That is
someone's very confident.
Somebody smiling. That's somebody holding 4 aces while the person across the table is screaming and yelling.
She went on to say it's quite clear in the evidence that he overvalued his properties.
Well, I say she's holding 4 aces because she's holding years and years and years of lies.
This is part of Attorney General's civil fraud trial against Donald Trump, Letitia James. Inside the courtroom, the judge reportedly had to tell Trump to quiet down after prosecutors say the former president's comments were heard across the courtroom during a witness's testimony. According to the AP, the judge then asked the entire room to keep their voices down, quote, particularly if it's meant to influence the testimony. Trump returned to the courtroom this week after attending the first days of the fraud trial against him earlier this month.
You know, Willie, it is so sad. It is so sad what they are doing.
Yeah.
Poor Donald Trump says he's being forced.
He's being dragged in there.
To attend this trial. He's forced because they don't want him to go to Iowa. It's so unfair, he says. Take a look and see.
He can't campaign.
See if you can find the inconsistency.
They want to keep me here instead of Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, and lots of other great places. They want me to be here.
Will you be back tomorrow by any chance?
Probably not. Probably we're having a very big tournament, professional golf tournament at Doral, so probably not.
So, Willie.
Perfection. Love it.
They're keeping me. They're keeping me from the good people of Iowa.
4 minutes.
They're keeping me from the good people of New Hampshire.
Information.
They're keeping me from the good people of South Carolina. I mean, he almost did a Howard Dean rundown of the states that they were keeping him from. It's so, the injustice of it all. How could they be And then the reporters ask him a couple of minutes later, so you're going to be here tomorrow too, since they're holding you here? Oh no, I got a golf tournament in Doral. I'm going down to the country club.
I mean, you
can't make it up because see, his mind, he can't even remember who he's running against. He thinks he's running against Barack Obama. So how do you expect him 4 minutes later to remember the lie he told 4 minutes ago?
I mean, it's perfection. You couldn't. Sometimes things are bleak. I get it, but sometimes you just have to laugh. I mean, it's absolute perfection. There is, Joe, that famous waiver in the New York court system. You have to be here as a defendant unless there's a tournament at Doral, and so many defendants have invoked that over the years. So he's just taking advantage of it.
You know, and I think even Chicago, Al Capone said that he had to go to the Chicago Invitational instead of Jonathan Lemire going to his court day. But no, this is again, you talk about the lies, the transparent lies that are fed by Hamas to the Arab street. You look at the transparent lies here. They're kindergarten level, Jonathan Lemire, and Trump knows they're kindergarten level.
Hey.
There he is. Okay, I knew we'd get him sooner or later, and yet again, and this lie, by the way, is being spread by Trump allies in the media. Oh, they're doing this to keep him away from the campaign. They're doing it. No, they're not. He doesn't have to be there. He wasn't there for his trial where the judge said he raped a woman. But he's at this trial because he knows he's busted. And yet, he's so held down there that when his country club in Miami has a golf tournament, he goes, oh, no, I'm going down to the golf tournament.
They will not keep him from the good people at Doral, which I'm reminded that he proposed as a site for the G7 while he was in office because it was so conveniently located. It was so conveniently located next to the Miami International Airport. But I think the actually only consistency here between Trump showing up to the courthouse from other days, but not this one, is because it's all about his money. And the golf tournament is one of the few sources of income he currently has. We are seeing here that, he's inflated his assets. He's already been, found guilty of that in a civil sense. And we're in the penalty phase of this trial. And he is going to probably take a real beating and have a lot of money he has to pay away. So therefore, golf tournaments, whether it's live or otherwise, at Doral or Bedminster or any of the other places, are some of the few that he's still going to be able to make money from. And let's also recall, of course, there's a chance he's going to lose his ability to make money, to practice any businesses in New York State. Well, Doral's in Florida, so therefore that's another reason why he can actually still raise a few bucks along the way.
Well, and of course, the question really, Mika, that observers of Donald Trump's business over the past several decades, the question that they're asking is, regardless of what his valuation, what he says his valuations are, which are, of course, we found out inflated because he's already been found guilty of fraud in New York State. The question is, if he's fined the $250 million that he could be fined,
right?
There's a real question on whether he has that money to even pay them back.
That would be interesting if he did. Let's put it that way.